Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. We're up on the Blue Ridge Parkway today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I've got a very unique beer here. This comes from Sprecher. They're out of Glendale, Wisconsin. This is their Bootleggers Bourbon Barrel Hard Root Beer. And underneath it says flavored malt beverage. And I went to Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. The Beer Advocate doesn't have anything about it at all listing in their listings here. And when I went over to Rate Beer, it says Sprecher Bootleggers Bourbon Barrel Hard Root Beer is unlisted, and this is why. Sprecher's Bourbon Barrel is unlisted because it does not fall within the guidelines we've created for rateable beers, sakes, mead, or ciders. We created a space to usually understand this product has been reviewed and has already been determined that it may not be listed. Please do not attempt to add it in order to rate it. Pinheads. I don't always agree with what they say. Sometimes they can be jerks, and as far as I'm concerned, they're jerks on this one. I haven't tasted it yet. I haven't got the cap off of it. It's got a code here in white on top, 000033128, and then underneath that it's got 130. Looks like 931130, so I'm sure that's some kind of dating code, which I have no idea what that means. This one comes from Matt, sent this one to me, and I don't know if you've had this one or not. I don't know what to expect here. I'm not a big root beer. I'm a big beer fan, but not a root beer fan. I don't drink root beer. We'll see what this one brings. Let's get the, I don't have anything to tell you about what the food pairings are for this. I don't know what to tell you it goes with because I've never had it. So without further ado, Matt, I do appreciate you sending it, but we don't have it. This is a twist top here. So this might be, and I think it's 5%. I think that's what it said on here. 5% by alcohol. So this might be like a malt liquor. Looks like root beer coming out of the bottle. Alright guys, over to the light. I can see through it. It is a rich, reddish brown color. Looks brown around the outside of the glass, but it looks ruby red in the center there. And I can see the bulb just slightly through the center of it at the top. Alright, the head is basically dissipated already. Let's get a nose on it. That's exactly what it smells like, root beer. It smells exactly like a root beer. I mean, it's just like an A&W root beer poured in the glass. Does not smell like beer. It smells like root beer. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Thanks, Matt. Cheers. Wow. 5% alcohol root beer. Unbelievable. You cannot tell this is beer. You could drink this for breakfast. You could drink it for lunch. Tastes just like root beer, guys. Pretty unbelievable. But of course, that's probably a very lightweight beer, a very light beer with that extract or however they're getting the artificial flavor in there. Wow. I could see. I called them pinheads, but this is a beer. It's a malt beverage. But I don't know what they're technically. It doesn't fall into any guidelines of where they should put it. That's probably where they're confused. Wow. If you were blindfolded and you drank this, you would not know that this was beer or had alcohol in it. It's like candy in a glass. I cannot taste any difference than this than what you would pour out of a regular, straight off the shelf root beer can or root beer bottle. Tastes just like it. If you love root beer and you like beer, this would be what you'd want to drink, because it's got 5% alcohol in it, and you cannot, absolutely cannot taste it. I'm kind of blown away that they can make it taste that much like root beer with no alcohol. Wow, it's unbelievable that they can do that. Tastes just like root beer, guys. Don't taste any beer or alcohol whatsoever. Tastes like soda pop. Sure does. Guys, I'm going to let her taste this, and I'm sure this will surprise her. And we'll come back and do the grade on this. It doesn't fit into a beer class as far as I'm concerned. I see why they've done this now. This is like soda pop. This is like 5% soda pop. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think on this. This is not like any beer I've ever had in my life. If I was blindfolded and was smelling this and tasting this, I would say this is not beer. This is root beer. It tastes exactly like a root beer. I would almost consider this a chick beer, as sweet as it is. I mean, somebody that doesn't like the taste of beer and likes root beer, that's what they ought to be drinking, because if I was grading this on the taste of a root beer, I would give this a 10, guys. I mean, it tastes exactly like root beer, like a very good root beer, like an A&W or something, a premium root beer. Very, very nice, very tasty, very sweet, very easy drinking, very sessionable, and it's 5%. Guys, I'll chug. It's unbelievable how much it tastes like root beer. And of course, I know they've added that flavoring, but still, you would think a 5% beer would have some qualities of a beer. I don't know what they're using for a base, but it's completely masked. I'm not getting anything other than the root and the beer. Root beer. Very sweet, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. As far as rating it as a beer, I would probably not rate it very high. I would probably even go down to probably maybe a 4, a C on this. It does not taste like beer, guys. It doesn't taste like any beer I've ever had. No pale, no pilsner, no lager, no nothing. I mean, it tastes just like root beer. So with that being said, if you love root beer and you can get this, you need to taste it. You need to try it. For root beer taste, it's a 10. For a beer taste, it's not doing it for me. It's too sweet. Like I said, it's more like a chick beer. Somebody that doesn't like the taste of beer. This would be something, if you wanted to drink something that didn't taste like beer, this would be the hot tip. So without me rambling on, guys, that's what I'm going to give it. Like I said, Rate Beer and Beer Advocate doesn't have anything on it because it doesn't fit into any class or category that they have. So I kind of agree with that too. It doesn't taste like any beer or any kind of beer beverage that I've ever had. So I'm glad I got to try it. Matt, thanks again for sending this one up. Went well with the cigar that I was smoking on just a little while ago that I posted on Facebook. So very tasty, very sweet, very easy drinking, but not something that I would seek out on a regular basis. It was nice to try it though. So guys, give me some comments back on this, and if you've had it, and as always, rate, comment, subscribe. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody then.